Hey guys, welcome to Football Fantasy 11. Today we are gonna discuss English Premier League match between Manchester City and Everton. This match will be so much important for Manchester City as Pep Guardiola's side will be looking to bounce back to their victorious ways after 3 consecutive defeats. And on the other hand, Everton will be high on confidence as they were unbeaten against both Chelsea and Arsenal, who are second and third in the league table. So they are currently pretty good against the big teams. So whether Everton could stop Manchester City from winning this match, we are going to check out. And I'm also going to discuss who are the key players for both the teams. And I'm going to provide you the team for the Dream11 lineup. So please stay tuned, guys. Now, when we compare their head-to-head stats, they have played 31 matches between each other. In that, 19 matches was won by Manchester City, 6 match ended up in a draw, and 6 match was won by Everton. Manchester City is coming after 4 winless matches. And when we compare Manchester City being played against Everton, their record is pretty good as Manchester City were being undefeated in the last 15 matches against Everton. And when we compare the last 4 matches, the last match was won by Manchester City 2-0. In that, Erling Haaland have scored 2 goals against Everton, and the assist was from Ake and by De Bruyne. And before that, Everton were being defeated by Manchester City 3-1. For Everton, Harrison was the goal scorer, but for City, Foden, Alvarez and Bernardo Silva were the goal scorers. And the other match was Manchester City defeating Everton 3-0, where for City, actually Gundogan have scored 2 goals and Haaland have scored a single goal. Then Manchester City and Everton ending up in a 1-1 draw, where Haaland was the goal scorer for City and Gray was the goal scorer for Everton. Now when we compare the league stats, Manchester City is currently 7th in the table and they are currently have won 8 games, drawn 3 games and lost 6 games. They are scoring at a rate of 1.7 goals per match and they are conceding at a rate of 1.47 goals per match. And Everton, on the other hand, they are currently 15th in the table. They have won 3 games, drawn 7 games, lost 6 games. They are scoring at a rate of 0.93 goals per match and they are conceding at a rate of 1.31 goals per match. That means Everton in their 16 matches have scored 14 goals and conceded 21 goals. On the other hand, Manchester City in their 17 games have scored 29 goals and conceded 25 goals. Now we are going to check out the recent performance of both Manchester City and their key goal contributors. Then we discuss the recent performance of Everton and their key goal contributors. For Manchester City in the last 5 matches, Aston Villa defeated Manchester City 2-1. Manchester United defeated Manchester City 2-1. Juventus defeated Manchester City 2-0. Crystal Palace and Manchester City end up in a 2-2 draw and Manchester City defeated Nottingham Forest 3-0. And when we compare the top goal scorers, Haaland with 13 goals, Guardiola with 4 goals, Kovacic with 3 goals, Stones, De Bruyne and Doku each with 2 goals. When it comes to assists, Bernardo Silva with 4 assists, Nunes with 3 assists, De Bruyne, Doku, Savinho, Levis with 2 assists, Grealish and Haaland with 1 assist each. On the other hand, Everton in the last 5 games, Everton and Chelsea end up in a 0-0 draw. Everton and Arsenal end up in a 0-0 draw. Then Everton defeated Wolves 4-0. Manchester United defeated Everton 4-0. Everton and Brentford end up in a 0-0 draw. Their top scorers are McNeil with 3 goals, Keane with 2 goals, Calvert-Lewin with 2 goals, NDI with 2 goals, Young and Mangala with 1 goal each. Now when it comes to assists, Young with 3 assists, McNeil with 3 assists, Calvert-Lewin with 1 assist. These are the key stats of both Manchester City and Everton. Now we are going to discuss who are the key players of both City and Everton. City plays in a 3-2-4-1 kind of a formation, and all their attacks are dependent on Haaland. Haaland is the top scorer for this English Premier League, and he will be must pick for your side. So don't skip Haaland from your Dream 11 squad. Then Guardiola, who is a defender for Manchester City but have the ability to score goals, and he currently have 4 goals in his name. So don't try to skip Guardiola. Then Nunes or Savinho, both are very good attacking options, but currently Nunes is injured, and I guess that Savinho will be the starter for this particular game. If he starts, then he could be the must pick option for City as he have 2 assists in his name. Then Bernardo Silva or Foden. I don't think that both will be good option in your Dream side, but I prefer either Bernardo Silva or Foden as both are similar kind of a player. And Foden is currently back in form as he scored in his last game also, and he currently have 1 goal and 1 assist in his name. On the other hand, Bernardo Silva is not in a pretty good run of form as when we compare this with the last season, he was pretty good in the last season. But in this particular season, he currently have only 1 goal and 4 assists in his name. So I don't think that Bernardo Silva will be starting in this particular game. It will be Foden who could start in this particular game. Then De Bruyne or Kovacic, both are very good midfield options. The main problem with De Bruyne is that he is currently injury prone player. Maybe even though he starts, he won't be taking part in the 90 minutes of this particular game. I am expecting that he have 2 goals and 2 assists in his name. On the other hand, Kovacic starts this season pretty good with 3 goals in the starting of this season. He have three goals, but he currently is not in a good run of form. So you can prefer De Bruyne over Kovacic, but please know that De Bruyne won't be playing 90 minutes. Then Grealish or Doku, both are very good attacking options for Manchester City, and both are back after injury, and Grealish have a very good game in the last match, but I'm not sure whether he could start in this particular game, but if he start, he's a pretty good player for City. On the other hand, Doku have 2 goals and 2 assists in this particular season, so he will be a must pick for Manchester City. Now when we comes to Everton side, McNeil is their top scorer and the top assist provider for Everton. He will be a must pick option, but he is currently injured. I guess that he won't be taking part in this particular game. Then you can entirely skip McNeil from your squad. Then Young or Tarkowski, both are very good options for this particular game. Young is currently on a good run of form for Everton as he currently have 3 assists and 1 goal in his name, but unfortunately he is suspended in this particular match, so he won't be taking part in this particular game. Then you can include Tarkowski, who is a very good defensive option but will be crucial in their set pieces. He can score set piece goals, so please note that down, he can be crucial. Then Calvert-Lewin, who is the only attacking option for Everton, he will be a must-pick player. When we compare his form with the previous season, he is not in a good run of form, but he will be a goal threat to Manchester City from Everton side. He currently have 2 goals and 1 assist in his name. Then NDI, who is a very good attacking option for Everton, he currently have 2 goals in his name. He can be a crucial player in this particular match. Then Mangala or Gueye, both are very good midfield options for Everton, and currently Mangala have a score, means he have 1 goal in his name in this particular season, but on the other hand Gueye is yet to score in this particular season. Then Dokure is another very good attacking minded midfielder for Everton, but he currently have no goals and no assist in his name. So these are the key players from both City and Everton, and in this particular game, Everton, they are defensively very strong because they have kept the clean sheet in this EPL 7 times. That means 7 times they were not being able to breach by any kind of a team. Even though Arsenal and Chelsea could not score against Everton, that means they are pretty good defensively. And we are going to check out who are the key players of both City and Everton. I go with Guardiola and Lewis from Manchester City as a must-pick defenders. Then I have opted Young, but he won't be taking part. So Mylango or Tarkowski will be the key player for Everton. When it comes to the midfielders, De Bruyne will be a must-pick option for Manchester City if he starts. Then Bernardo Silva or Foden will be a must-pick choice from Man City. Then Kovacic or Lewis will be a must-pick option for City. Then Mangala or Gueye will be a must-pick option for Everton. Then Dokure or Harrison is another must-pick midfield option for Everton. Then in the attacking options, Haaland is a must-pick player. Never ever try to skip Haaland from your squad. Then Doku or Savinho, both are very good attacking minded players and both are very good at providing assist as well. So they will be crucial for this particular game. Then Calvert-Lewin is an attacking threat for Everton, but he is not in a good form, but he have the ability to score goals. So don't skip Calvert-Lewin from your squad. Then NDIA is a very good player for Everton in this particular season, and he currently have 2 goals in his name, so he could be a must-pick key player from Everton. These are the must-pick key players, but always prepare your team based on those outcomes of this particular game. So I prepare the team based on the outcomes, and those outcomes that I predict are Manchester City defeating Everton 1 goals to 0. Then Everton defeating Manchester City 1 goals to 0. Then Manchester City defeating Everton 2 or 3 goals and keeping a clean sheet. Then Man City and Everton ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. Then Manchester City and Everton ending up in a very tight game and City winning by 1 goal margin. So I move on to the first scenario where Man City defeating Everton 1 goals to 0. In this particular case, I am going to include all the starting defenders of Manchester City in my Dream11 squad. So when I prepare my fantasy team, I keep in mind that if Man City keeps a clean sheet, I have to include all the defenders from Manchester City. So I go with Guardiola, Akanji, Walker and Lewis from Man City. And after the squad is announced, if there is any change to this starting lineup, you can change these defenders accordingly. But as of now, I'm going with Guardiola, Akanji, Walker and Lewis. And Mylango or Tarkowski will be my defensive choice from Everton. And my midfield choice are Foden or Kovacic, and I will keep them as the vice captain as well. Then Mangala or Gueye from Everton. Then De Bruyne, who could be my vice captain choice as well for Manchester City. Then my attackers will be Haaland and NDI. Haaland will be my captain in this particular scenario. I'm pretty sure that if City win by 1 goals to 0, Haaland will be that lone goal scorer. And the assist provider will be by either Foden or by De Bruyne or by Guardiola, or even Lewis could be a better vice captain choice as well in this particular scenario. And the next scenario is Everton defeating Man City 1 goals to 0. The same logic applies to Everton as well. All the starting defenders of Everton needs to be included in your Dream11 squad. And I go with Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Mylango and Young or Coleman. Sorry, I added Young over here. Young won't be taking part. You can include Coleman. Young is currently suspended. So I include Coleman, Mylango, Tarkowski and Branthwaite. And I go with Guardiola as the defender from Manchester City. Even though he won't provide you the clean sheet point, he will provide points for chances creation and even for shot on target as well. Then Pickford will be my goalkeeper. Then I go with Foden, Kovacic and De Bruyne, all the 3 midfielders of Manchester City. And I go with Calvert-Lewin and NDIA from Everton. And I choose Calvert-Lewin as the captain and NDIA as the vice captain. If you think that NDIA won't be providing much points, then you can add Haaland also instead of NDIA, as Haaland will provide points for his shot on target. So If you go with 1-0, you can either add Calvert-Lewin as the captain and NDI as the vice captain, or you can add NDI as the captain and you can skip Calvert-Lewin as well. The pretty good vice captain choice will be either Tarkowski, Mylengo, or Pickford also in this particular case. So I got that you understand NDIA could be the goal scorer or Calvert-Lewin could be the goal scorer. I don't think that both will be involved in a goal scoring opportunity. So you choose either NDIA or Calvert-Lewin. And I move on to the next scenario where Man City defeating Everton 2-0 or 3-0. In that particular case, I go with three defenders of Man City. Currently, I go with Lewis, Walker, and Guardiola. Then my midfield choice will be Foden or Kovacic. Then De Bruyne, Mangala or Decore along with Harrison or Gueye. And my attacking option will be NDI, Haaland and Savinho or Doku. And Savinho or Doku could be my vice captain choice. Even Foden and De Bruyne can be my vice captain choice. Then Haaland will be my captain choice. So this will be how my team will be for Man City defeating Everton 2 or 3 goals and keeping a clean sheet. Now the next scenario is Man City scoring 2 or 3 goals and Everton scoring 1 or 2 goals. That means City winning by 2-1 or 3-2 kind of a margin. In this particular case, my team will be similar to my previous team. The only difference is that I add one of the defenders from Everton. I go with Guardiola and Lewis from Manchester City and I go with Mylengo or Tarkowski from Everton. Then my midfield choice will be Foden, Kovacic and De Bruyne from City along with Mangala or Gueye from Everton. Then the attacking choice will be Haaland will be my captain choice. Then Savinho or Doku and I will keep them as a vice captain choice. I lean more towards Doku in this particular case, but Savinho will be pretty good option as well. But I think that Doku will be better than Savinho. Then I go with either NDI or Calvert-Lewin as the only attacker from Everton and they could be my vice captain choice as well. If Everton scores 2 goals, then you can keep Calvert-Lewin as a vice captain. But if this end up in a 2-1 kind of a margin, then you can go with Foden, De Bruyne or Savinho or Doku as a vice captain choice. Even Guardiola can be a better vice captain choice in this particular scenario. Then finally, Manchester City and Everton ending up in a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. In this particular case also, my team will be similar to my previous team. The defensive choice will be exactly same. The midfield choice will be exactly same. The only difference is that in the attackers, I go with only Haaland and I add both NDI and Calvert-Lewin in this particular scenario. And I skip entirely Savinho and Doku. Because if Everton could score 2 goals, it will be by Calvert-Lewin and NDI as they are the most goal scoring threat for Everton. And the only goal scoring threat for City is Haaland, Foden or De Bruyne. So please keep that in mind. So these are my predictions based on those key players and based on how the outcome will be for this particular game. And finally, I'm going to provide my exact or my predictions of this particular game and my team based on that particular prediction in the Dream11 lineup. You can provide your own predictions in the comments down below. It will be fun to see your predictions. And my prediction for this particular game is Manchester City defeating Everton 3-0. I really think that this will be the match where Pep Guardiola will be looking to bounce back in their victorious form. And Everton, they are defensively strong, but Manchester City could breach Everton's defense. And since the Everton is defensively strong, they are not good at attacking as well. I don't think that they will be scoring goal in this particular game. This is my prediction, guys. If you think differently, you can provide that in the comments down below. But this is my prediction. Pep will be bouncing back to the winning ways. And if they win this particular game, they will be 5th in the table and they will be looking to win in the rest of the matches and will be a title contender in this particular season also. This match will be the exact match they will be looking to bounce back. And my prediction is Haaland scoring 2 goals and one of the goal will be by Foden also. And the assist will be by Kevin De Bruyne and Lewis for Manchester City. And my team will be Pickford will be my goalkeeper, Guardiola, Lewis and Walker will be my defensive choice, Foden, Kovacic, De Bruyne and Mangala will be my midfield choice, and I go with NDI, Haaland and Doku as the attacking choice. I go with Haaland as a captain and Foden as a vice captain choice. So this is my prediction. If you have any other prediction, you can provide this, and please put your team according to the outcome that you predict, and please check out my key players also. So don't exactly follow my team because this team can change based on the starting lineup. So please put your team wisely, and if you find that this video is helpful for you, please subscribe to my channel. It will be so much helpful for me. Thank you so much for watching.